All right, welcome back, everybody. Another Sarcasm Speaks fantastic episode. As I'm fucking, I can't fix it. I can't talk.
Fuck.
What happened?
Your can is fine though.
I don't know. It's how it came like that. It came out of the box like that.
It's like when you get a can, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, and then I went
Fuck that can.
to crack the top of it, like you normally do with cans, and because the top's fucked up, it wouldn't open. So then I tried to like push it with my thumb, and then I thought better, and I was like, that's how you completely shred your thumb to pieces.
That's how you go to the hospital.
So I got a pair of fucking scissors and poked it in with the scissors.
Did you try hitting it with a hammer?
No, you know what? That should have been my go-to.
Sure done.
Yeah, I fucked up.
I would have used the ghost train. Really? The ghost train guy would have used the ghost train.
Stop the presses.
Oh yeah, the new season of Rick and Morty finally completed.
Well, we finally completed it. It's
Yeah.
been there for a few weeks.
Yeah, I think the last episode was 2 weeks ago. I think the last
Okay,
episode was
that's relatively recent.
episode 10 was like May 31st or something like that.
Yeah, I might have to sit down and like kind of rewatch. I was like in and out yesterday.
Pretty solid.
Yeah,
overall.
right.
I mean, I was pissed off when they came out with, was it the first 4 or the first 5?
Well, they did like 4, then I took a break.
Well, that's what I mean. So whatever it was, the first 4 or 5, and then whatever one they broke on was like right around Christmas. Let's call it episode 5.
Yeah.
They did 5 episodes.
Yeah.
The 5th one came out at Christmas, and then that was it. They just stopped coming out, and like there was no announcement like, "Hey, we're coming back at this date." They just stopped. And like every time I Googled it, I was like, the top thing you Google when Google predicts your text, it's like, when is Rick and Morty coming back? Like that was the top thing, and
Well,
there was nothing. And then finally, there was no announcement that it came back. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. There was nothing on Twitter. I mean, I'm not fucking working. I'm on Twitter all goddamn fucking day long. I didn't see anything on it. And then apparently it came back in May. Or like the last week in April. I think
Yes.
the 6th episode was like April 28th. And then they did 5 episodes to finish season 4 with 10 episodes.
Wasn't it supposed to be way more than that?
So that was the other thing too, is they were supposed to start doing seasons of like 22 or 23 instead of 10, but I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then so season 4 finished with 10. They did their finale, and it's actually pretty good. I feel like, so this was season 4, and season 3, and also maybe season 2. The season finales have been like super depressing.
Yeah, they did that. They like go with real storylines.
Yeah, but season 1, I don't think season 1 was like that. I can't remember if they did it with 2.
Season 1 they froze time.
And they were
that's
like
when
laying on the
party.
ground like 1,000 years.
Yeah. And then season 2 was that when he gave himself up to the Galactic Federation?
Yeah.
Or was that
Yeah.
season 3?
No, it's
that was
season
season 2. That was the season finale of 2.
Oh.
And then season 3, like Jerry leaves, but then
Yeah.
season 4 he comes back. Fuck, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I know. I can't, because they take so long in between, and now they're taking breaks in between seasons.
Mhm.
So like it feels like this was a new season, but it really was just the old season.
Well, I remember what was annoying was at first there was a break before the big break. Like 3, 4, and 5 I think were spanned out like
Oh, yeah.
6 weeks. I think that's what initially annoyed us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right too, because Rick and Morty came back the first week in November,
Yeah. Something.
and then
It took
the
so long
last
for 5
the 5th
episodes.
episode was Christmas.
Yeah.
So it took 8 weeks to get 5 episodes. And then it took 3 months to get 5 more.
That's about right?
Yeah. But it's like, what the fuck? Because they signed the deal last year for 100
Yeah.
episodes with Cartoon Network. And that's what they had said, that they wanted to start making longer seasons. They were talking about trying to make a 23 episode arc, because that's what most
That's what network TV
TV shows are. They're 23 episodes in a season.
I hate that. It's too much. Too
But-
much filler.
Yeah, now apparently they didn't do it with season 4.
Oh.
And now we have to wait until probably 2024 for season 5.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
The
for
fuck?
luck.
Yeah.
Barring the year ends
I know.
with us alive and all
Yeah,
that.
well, I mean, the world's going to end on December 21st this year anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, we've had a good run. Good, not great.
Good, not great.
Yeah, good,
Well,
not
right.
great. Yeah, we've had an okay run.
We've definitely had a run.
Yeah, it's been a run. At times, it's felt more like a crawl, like a drunken stumbling. But
Other times it felt like a sprint.
yeah. Sometimes it felt like a sprint.
Just a run.
A sprint that I didn't like. It was like a sprint at it was like the 10th 100-yard sprint during like football camp in like the middle of August. That's the kind of sprint that it felt like sometimes. Like I don't want to do this. It's one of those like, did you ever do that at football practice where you're running super slow, but you move your arms faster to make it look like you're trying hard?
No, I just tried hard. I was an idiot.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I was a little one. I had to run fast.
Yeah. No, we used to do that shit all the time. Bill actually started that. So we used to make fun of Bill all the time on like film sessions because I think that's just how he ran like normally.
Yeah.
Like his arms move faster than his legs. But we used to do that during fucking conditioning because it made it look like you were trying harder.
I used to try to look like I was pushing harder when I had to push stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm fucking flexing here. I was just flexing. I wasn't pushing.
Like, is there anything worse than the one-man sled?
I mean, that's just like asking for back pain. Because you
That
gotta
thing
push.
sucked. That thing was the worst.
Glad I never had to do it too much.
Yeah. Well, we did. That was fucking stupid.
Big people.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't big.
Yeah, it's true.
I had to play linebacker.
I used to love hitting people. What was it, Okies? Or like the one when you're on the ground and you have to get up and you're like kind of dizzy because you have a helmet and pads on.
Yeah.
So everything's off, and now if someone's coming at me with the ball, I gotta hit them.
Are those are Nebraskas?
Nebraska's.
When you start laying down on the
No.
ground?
Oklahoma's.
Okies are those, I thought. And Nebraska's are when there's like two blockers you gotta get through, right?
Nebraska's are a figure 8 with a back pedal.
Fuck.
Oh, that's not what we call them.
I just remember Okie drill. There's all different variations.
Well, yeah, because
to
the
it, so it's-
Oklahomas that we used to do were it was a 2-on-2 drill.
Yeah.
So it would be guy with the ball with one blocker,
Mhm.
and then so it typically an offensive lineman
Yeah.
against a defensive lineman, and then either a linebacker or a safety.
Yeah.
So you would have to try and cut the ball off the guy's ass and not get fucking tackled.
You gotta push them out of bounds if you
Yeah.
may.
Except if you had a shitty blocker,
You just get wrecked.
you were just getting fucking destroyed.
That happened to me once. I got gored up and then down. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm 14.
I don't know who was blocking for me once, but I was running by him and I was going against my buddy Tony Lewis, who's like a very, very big kid. Well, he's not tall, but at the time he was probably like 6'1", 6'2", like 300 pounds. He was on the defensive line. He literally like engaged the offensive lineman with his right hand,
Just like kept
pushed him to the side,
Oh.
grabbed me with his left hand, and tackled me to the ground. And I was like, that sucked.
Oh wow. Been put in my place in the.
He was good at
food
football.
My when I was a freshman, my coach really wanted to see like who was who, so there were no linemen in the middle. It was just one-on-one.
Yeah.
Who was going to hit the other better? The
Oh,
one
you-
with the ball or the one?
We
that
used to
was
do
supposed
these
hit?
drills when we had a convict fucking coach.
Nice.
He called them man makers, and well, actually, he started out calling it the pussy drill, and then he eventually, I think we called them man makers.
Hmm.
But so the pussy drill was two guys. So you have right. So let me you know the agility bags?
Yeah.
They're like rhomboids. You know what I mean?
The ones that lay on the ground.
Yeah. So you make a
Not like
you make a
Hey.
three.
Hey, rhombuses.
Is it a rhomboid?
Yeah.
Rhomboids are on the ground.
Rhomboid, rhombus, plumbus. Everyone has a plumbus.
I always wondered how a plumbus was made.
So you just start by making a three-sided box.
Yeah.
You have a single
That's a
person.
triangle.
A slanty
No,
triangle.
it's a
slanty
it's like
triangle.
a square missing a side.
I don't know if it could be a box.
It doesn't have sharp edges. Well,
Sounds
it
like
doesn't
a
have-
U.
So it's a U. You make a U.
it's-
Yeah, with a plumbus. You take the plumbus and you make a U, and you have a single person stand in the U, and then you have two people run full speed at the single person who doesn't get to take a head start. And the goal of the drill is the single person has to split the block and like go in between and somehow survive, except that never worked.
Yeah, how do you not break your collarbone every time?
We used to get absolutely fucking destroyed. Whoever the single person was would just get annihilated.
I can hear and feel it. Like I can hear the noise.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like very rarely, like if you had like someone like Tony, like my buddy Tony, if he was the single person and it was like me and you going to try and do it, like hit him, he could split us easily. But like it took that in order for like that to work. Otherwise, that single person was getting knocked on their ass every single time.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a head start, and the two people are running full speed.
Yep.
Like I can't think of a more asinine fucking thing to make high school football players do.
We just like in the pads make all like slipperiness go away. So if no one had pads on, you can be like, ooh, I got through you because I'm little and I can do that. Like I can dance around you. But the pads weigh you down and like you get caught on shit and they can grab you.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
No, it was literally one of those, you just bite down as hard as you can on your mouthpiece and you close your eyes.
Like the spine.
Yeah. You like kind of scrunch up a little bit and like maybe turn your body sideways and maybe like they put too much space in between the two of them and you could get through. But like 9 times out of 10 you were getting your ass fucking handed to you.
What's that called? Your like shock something. Like when your body like gets shocked by something, your shock absorption.
Yeah.
I can feel it right now, just like that shuddering feeling in my spine.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And I wonder why all my bones are so fucked up.
Nah, they're fine.
I had a buddy, not a buddy, dipshit. This kid, Josh Brown, with big ears. He came at, like, we did like these drills like slant and then hit, or slant and cover, and I like covered him perfectly and picked him off, and he tripped, and he looked like a little like a bitch. But he's 5'9" and kind of big compared to me. I made him look bad. He's like, yeah, you gotta pay for that. So the next one, I do the slant, I catch it, he just drills me instead of covering me. And I laughed at him after. It hurt so much, but I got up, I was like, yeah, you really feel bad that I did better than you at covering, huh? I don't think it came out very good, but I still laughed and said that.
Yeah.
I want to cry on the inside. But he still felt bad, so I like it.
That's one of those, like, whenever you take a big hit or, like, you're involved in a big hit, give it out, get it, whatever. Afterwards, you just start laughing, and you look at the person, and you walk away, and then internally, like, inside, you're like,
it's the meme. It's
the
the meme with the
so bad. But you just like, you try and laugh all the way back to the fucking end of the line.
It's that dog meme with the house on fire. This is fine.
Yeah, literally. You just had to show the other person that you weren't actually hurt, even though you were fucking bawling your eyes out internally.
Your glass on the inside is shattered.
You're like, I'm pretty sure I just ruptured my spleen, but I'm gonna laugh all the way to the end of the line until I have to go and do the drill again.
Yeah. Speaking of that meme with the dog, I saw like a couple weeks ago that came back. The guy who
really?
drew it, he drew like afterwards. He's like, "This is fine," but then he does like a continued, and the dog freaks out. It's not fine. It's not fine. It's all about like this year.
I'll have to look that up. What? Do you remember the guy's name?
No idea.
I'll look it up later.
This is
You'll
fine.
write it down.
This is not fine now.
This is fine, dog.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Let's see what else we got. What's going on?
Well, I saw, so I know you guys talking about sports and like, you know, when we were young or whatever. I saw something completely fucking, really got me fucking mad yesterday. And it's in regards to elite 9-year-olds.
Elites?
Elite 9-year-olds.
Isn't that an oxymoron?
I was gonna say.
Isn't that like jumbo shrimp?
So
Positive and negative.
So basically, what happened with that? I was on Twitter, and someone's talking about like no one's elite at 9, no one's elite at no way,
No.
You can't be.
Not a chance.
I think it was like 10% of quote unquote elite 9-year-olds were elite by the time they were 18. Like it's bullshit. We all know that.
Yeah.
And we all know the kids that were really really good at sports when they were young.
Yeah.
And then never panned into shit. Like I know so many fucking little league pitchers that were so fucking good at little league, and you never heard from them again.
Now most of them are fat, balding, and fucking work a job that they hate.
Remembering the good times. It was so fucking.
I mean, I know some that I'm just saying purely athletically, because one of the kids that I played with growing up is super fucking intelligent. He's probably like fucking building fucking
I know
rockets right now.
I played with him in Babe Ruth.
I don't know if you know this kid.
Oh.
Max?
No.
No, I played with him in West Medford. He was going to private school starting in like the 6th grade before it was.
I thought you were talking about Joe Sarasulo.
No.
Because he is also very intelligent.
Well, no. So he stayed good at hockey.
Yeah.
His brother was really good when we were kids, and then was not good when we were older.
You know
But the thing is, like, he could stick handle around anybody.
Yeah.
But there was just no motor. His legs were so small. But anyway, so like with the elite 9-year-olds, I'm like, okay, yeah, so I agree with you, whatever. And then someone has to go and fucking ruin that for it too.
Yeah.
Someone goes with a link in the comments on Twitter. Goes, yeah, and actually, we should probably stop using that kind of verbiage because it doesn't exist. With a link to a peer-reviewed research article about why there is no such thing as an elite 9-year-old. Why the fuck is there a research article? Why do we need a research article? One. Do we really need a research article?
Well, it's the douchebags that ask for randomized controlled studies for everything. It's like, well, hey, the sky outside, that's blue. Well, how do you know? Show me a randomized controlled study. Like, I don't know, it's always been blue.
It's already an opinion too. Elite, like 9-year-old, that you can't just say that scientifically.
Elite is a very
apparently you can.
subjective term.
Apparently you can because there is a scientific article, and I did take a screenshot and I saved it.
That's a good point. Elite is a subjective term.
Yeah.
No.
No, it is.
No.
No, it is.
No, it's scientific.
No, I mean, you could use science.
Well, it can be a scientific, but it's subjective.
Andrew
It's not
Kirkland.
objective.
There is no such thing as international elite under 9 soccer players.
What about 10?
Well, I would take another study. So, it's out
Yeah,
there.
that's true. I
So-
forget about soccer. Always starts early for those little bastards.
I've been playing hockey since I was like 5.
No, I mean like they kind of like
Yeah,
look at them
dude,
like
it's sickening. Like elite squirts in hockey is like
Is it?
Yeah.
they're like
Oh,
9
is it?
and
Is it
10.
him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was
Especially up here in
European.
the Northeast.
Why we have shitty athletes? We don't have any.
We can actually play hockey. That's
Yeah,
all.
no.
Hockey. Yeah, I'm thinking like college football and all that.
No. Just hockey.
I'm
Just
thinking,
hockey players.
athletic people that move on to
Just
like.
hockey.
Well, it's like, you know how, like, if you're a really good college football player, you want to go down south, either like Alabama, Florida, or Texas.
Yeah.
If you're a really good college hockey player, you want to come to the Northeast. You want to come to Massachusetts, New Hampshire.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
either
think out west.
you either well you, no you
You
either
go
go
to
to
like
West.
Minnesota.
you either go hockey east or you go I forget they changed the conferences now but
Oh, Canada.
yeah
Oh, Canada.
South Canada
Yeah.
Oh.
but like the Minnesota to Colorado belt.
Isn't all of good Canada South Canada?
No, I
Just
mean like
because,
south. I said south of Canada. Like just south of Canada.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
I was gonna say because like nobody lives in northern Canada because it sucks. It's too
the
cold.
polar fucking
Yeah.
cap.
It's
Fucking.
it's
See, that's the
the middle
difference
of
between
July.
Canada and the Russians. The Russians would live in that. The
Yeah.
Canadians don't.
Yeah.
What are those Indian people called there? Not Incas.
Natives.
Eskimos.
Eskimos.
Iroquois.
I was thinking like the real. I think there's another one.
Iroquois.
Is it Iroquois?
They invented lacrosse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But anyway, so this is my thing. There are
used
no.
to use lacrosse to fight wars.
You mean
Did they actually?
bears?
Yeah. That's
Why?
how that's how they fought wars.
Polar bear wars.
Instead of using a ball, they used their opponent's heads.
Acknowledge that it's polar bear wars. It's not people. How do they fight other people? It's no other people.
That's not how you fight a war.
That's how the Canadian Indians did it. That's
Okay.
why they invented lacrosse.
I got a problem with that. I'm awfully fucking elite 9-year-olds and why research pisses me the fuck off and why all these research people are fucking douchebags. End point. The heads had to be removed somehow. Yes, it wasn't the
Yeah.
lacrosse stick that did it.
Correct.
So if they throw a head, that isn't war. That is celebration.
It could be biological warfare.
What the fuck?
I don't know, dude. I wasn't there. I just know they
I'm
used
just
to use
saying.
it to fight wars.
No. They used it during fighting wars. They didn't use
No.
it to fight wars. Listen, taking a head that's already
No,
decapitated
because
and throwing it.
the team that lost would get murdered.
Human head weighs about 8 pounds.
They used to play on fields that were like 3 miles long, I think.
And they were playing lacrosse
How do you not lose track of someone?
against.
You
Wait,
can't
That
see
would be me. I would just post up in one part of the field if it's 3 miles long and be like,
Hope they get it.
I'm staying the fuck away from all of these crazy motherfuckers.
So
they run down the field. Oh, guys, hit me!
So here's my question.
Give me the rock.
If they use lacrosse to fight wars, how?
I don't know. I'm fuzzy on the details.
This doesn't make any sense.
They probably use the lacrosse stick to throw rocks at people. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably did something like that too.
And they probably had a celebratory big one that they put a head in and threw it at the people that lost. Like, here's your general.
That's what I mean. But like, how did the head get cut off in a game of lacrosse?
What?
Ceremonially to the end.
I mean, they probably like kept the skull from the last war.
Yeah, the winning team always provides the head.
But when you say winning team, you do.
And the one that wins that game gets to keep that.
So when you say wars, is it wars between tribes?
Yeah.
Troops.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
But not really, because
Or-
none of this makes any
No.
sense.
Or polar bears. I'm pretty sure they went to war polar bears.
Man, I can't.
That's one of those things where like you're an ultimate like hardcore lax bro. Like if you start getting into it with someone and they're like, yeah, dude, lacrosse was invented to like fight wars, bro. It's like, okay, you need to go now.
I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense.
You need to leave. It is true, but like
Not-
to use that as like a
I'm
defense and an argument as to why lacrosse is good.
I'm looking it up.
I
Is
like
it?
lacrosse.
Okay,
I never
no.
played lacrosse.
Oh, I love.
I'm looking
I
it.
love
I'm looking it
lacrosse.
up, and
That's
I'm
cool.
I'm getting ready to argue semantics.
I was recruited to be the guy that scores, I don't know, forward? I don't know what they call it in that
Yeah, I
sport.
was recruited to be the guy that.
Well, my school didn't have it my senior year. They were hoping to. And my coach was like, yeah, I'm going to coach it if it comes. And I want you to be the scorer you do. Guy. I don't remember what he called it. Said
The crease man
I don't know.
or the X?
The running back of the game.
Well, the crease.
Just go in and get hit and then throw a ball.
The crease usually stands right in front of the goalie and sometimes gets absolutely annihilated.
He wanted me.
Yeah, the X is the spot right behind the net.
Oh, yeah. That's
So it depends on what type of offense you're running. Whether you have someone, like some offenses run an open offense where it's just a giant circle and you work the ball around.
basketball.
And then some teams put a guy in the crease with X open. Some teams you run a 1-4-1. So you
Yeah.
have two guys on the crease, two guys on the wing, one guy at the top, and one guy at X. There's a bunch of different formations.
Sounds neat.
Yeah.
It's like hockey. Oh, boy.
I used to coach. Yeah. So we coach. It's fine.
I should have fucking coached it this year for New Bedford. They offered me. I only got paid like $2,000 for like one practice. Because I didn't shut down.
I coached the team at Milton Academy to an undefeated season.
Ooh.
Granted, it was JV, but
Nice.
my JV team was what did we go 13-0, I think. Yeah.
I lost in the Collier Championships for volleyball, my kids, a couple of years ago. We played against like two
Dude, little
Olympic,
V-ball, bro.
Olympic bastards. Yeah. With me coaching, ironically, I guess.
Is everyone on your team like 6'3"?
Oh, so fucking tall. All these kids, the giants. 8th graders.
Was
are
it
giant.
co-ed or just guys?
Just guys. Who didn't,
Yeah.
the girls had a team. They always beat the guys too, because
Yeah.
8th grade boys will just try to smack the ball around.
Oh yeah.
8th
Well,
grade
also-
girls actually have aim. They like pop it. to each
8th
other.
grade, maybe not 8th grade, but middle school typically for boys is when they have no fucking clue what to do with their body.
Yeah.
Because that's when like they're going through like growth spurts and they're like, 4 months ago I was 6 inches shorter and now I have more body and I don't know what to do with
My
myself.
right arm is 3 feet longer than the rest of me.
They start like walking into walls and shit.
Yeah.
Like they just like hit a fucking cabinet trying to like learn your fucking body, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, I had a kid who was like an all-star. His dad was like the football coach, so he was already bred for like football, and he's just knocking it around in volleyball. I told him one day, hey, try to hit like near the top of the ball so it spikes down at him because he keeps sailing it out. And he went, oh, you're supposed to aim? He was an all-star for our team. Everyone was afraid of him. He never aimed. He just
Yeah.
hit balls.
You're
Fucking
supposed to
big
aim in this sport? That's the other thing
That's a
too.
good idea, coach.
Middle school kids are idiots.
Yeah.
High school kids are also idiots too.
Yes. I mean, it's varied for who goes online.
Yeah.
I didn't go online until like 17 or 18. I was like, holy shit, what?
Yeah.
I understand what's going on
Well,
around me.
even though you did. Like I thought I knew what was going on when I was like 15,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I got this shit figured out. Like I got a pretty good grasp on the world.
Yeah.
No, I fucking didn't. I was 15 years old. I didn't know fucking shit all about nothing.
There was sparks still coming out of the
Yeah.
system. What?
I didn't know a goddamn fucking thing. I mean, even when I was like 20, I was like, oh yeah, dude, I'm in college. Like, I know everything. I'm like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. And finally, when I was like 25, I was like, I don't know fucking shit about anything, dude. Like, I know a little bit more than I did when I was younger, but like, fuck this.
Boy, so much stuff to know.
This is not funny. You found it.
I thought there was like 4 little panels to it. But...
Well, I mean, this is just the extension, I think.
Did you find about lacrosse?
Yeah, didn't. If Wikipedia doesn't have anything about it, so when they said they used it in war, what happened is one of the tribes were playing a lacrosse game and they used that to advance their position
They played the
against the
game with
British.
They used lacrosse tactics.
Did they trick the British into playing with them?
No,
Did they?
They just played a game, but used it to like, because like I guess they looked at it like, oh, they're just playing a game, and then all of a sudden it was war or something. I
It's a trap.
don't. So here's.
Oh, that's cute. They're just playing a game. Sir, should we do something? Should we shoot at them? No. They're just playing a game. Just let them run around. Well, they're running through our camp. It's okay. They'll leave.
It's a 3-mile game.
It's fine. They'll leave.
Yeah, it's only 10 on each side. Or
The only problem, it doesn't say how that worked.
Yeah.
They may have gotten slaughtered.
Probably. Or it was more far-fetched.
So the only other thing I saw was, I guess some tribes would attach like weights to their thing, and they would hit people over the head with it. But like, it wasn't a war that they were fighting. They just kind of were dicks.
I can see it being more far-fetched where they get the British to play with them and like put all your ammunition into the net, and then you gotta defend it. It's gonna be great, and then just like surround them and kind of play the game, but also slaughter them and then take their ammunition. That would.
I mean, I don't think.
Come on, British.
I mean, I don't know if the native North Americans, is that what you're supposed to call them? I don't fucking know. The native Indian people
Native Americans
really knew what to do with guns when they first saw them. Well, I mean, imagine going your entire life, your entire existence, and like you have like really fucking badass, cool like bow and arrows.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they made some fucking cool ass fucking shit
Yeah.
out of like, I don't know, like bear bones and like massive trees and like moose, elk and antlers and shit. And then all of a sudden, like these fucking dumbass white people come over with boomsticks and just blow everything up. And it's like, what? Imagine that just being like, what the fuck?
They're covered in shiny material and they have these boomsticks.
And when they hit you with them, you explode.
Well, they had like not tales, accounts from like the Aztecs when fucking
the Spanish came
the
over?
Spanish and the conquistadors go in,
Yeah.
and they surrounded the Spanish, and the Spanish were like, all right, and then they shot at them with they were at that time it was hand cannons,
Yeah.
so like the muskets are cannons, so they're like, fuck, lightning, thunder, they are gods, their god is right, they're killing us all. Like that was what happened.
They're
like,
shooting
shit.
thunder at us.
They're not even doing anything, but they're killing us. I don't know what's happening.
My buddy Steve just blew up. His head just got blown off of his body.
Yeah. And the most frightening thing was the guns didn't kill that many people because they were so inaccurate. So things would explode near them, and then they would stab them to death. They'd be like, "Oh fuck, we forgot they stab you. They stab us."
I found the meme, the dog meme.
Oh, he did.
So the This Is Fine dog that actually started in 2013,
Oh wow.
and then in 2016 he updated it to that.
Oh, this is a political one.
Where so this one is same first scene. Dog's about to say this is fine. He stops. Goes, this is not fine. Everything's on fire. What the hell is my problem? That was 2016.
Oh wow.
So
He thought that was a fucking fucked up year.
Yeah, what happened in 2016 that was so fucked up? Was that Ebola?
No, it's just the election.
yeah, I think it's just a political thing now for that.
When was Ebola?
Whatever.
Well, actually,
I think that was 2016.
But that didn't really bother anybody, did it? Did it bother you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't bother anybody, but it was still a massive panic. People were freaking the fuck out. Obviously not as bad as
So you may have to rephrase massive panic.
I mean, pre-coronavirus, that was a massive panic.
People paid attention a little bit.
Yeah. People were freaking out. They were like, oh no, we can't fucking go near anybody because we're going to catch Ebola.
Yeah, but we all had to go to work, so like we didn't care that much at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We were like, fuck.
But that's what's funny, like, if you compare the two, Ebola's death rate is something like 40%.
Yeah, well, in Africa, I think it's like not that bad if you have fucking proper like
Yeah. If you have
hospitals, but
healthcare.
like I remember them like they're like I think they're 80 and then we're like 20 or something.
Yeah.
So like equals in there.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
just
know
split the
what it
deaths.
is. Yeah, we got.
Even still, though, a 20%
Yes.
mortality rate is fucking
25.
absurd.
Yeah, this house, Vinny and Finn are here, and we all get it.
Yeah.
One of us dies.
One of us is dying.
Definitely me. No. Yeah. No,
Because, like, coronavirus is what, like 1%? Something like that?
yeah, one
Less than 1%, maybe.
somewhere between like a half and 1.5.
Yeah.
Depending.
Yeah.
Depending on whose numbers you read.
Yeah.
Depending on that, like depending on it, if it's during the surge,
Yeah.
if it's not enough beds to like fucking
Yeah.
hospitalize.
Yeah. Also depends on the numbers because, you know, people are dying of gunshot wounds while also dying of coronavirus.
Yeah. And you can't. I don't know if you can count like Wuhan, where they like kind of like just ignored people and kept them in their houses.
Oh,
and
that's
just-
hilarious. We were watching the podcast earlier with Andrew Schultz on Joe Rogan, and Rogan goes, yeah, China's alleging that they only had 30,000 deaths. There's 1 billion people that live in China. There's 335 million that live in the U.S., and we have 100,000. I don't believe you.
And in like, I think they said.
There's no way you only had 30,000
Well, they're
deaths.
also saying that the virus actually started in October.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, there
it's
were
even
rumors about that for a while.
But either way, it's like they weren't classifying those deaths then.
Right.
Well, like about a month ago, they said like people were saying, yeah, our relatives are gone. We count up this many bodies, like 90,000
Yeah.
in Wuhan,
Yeah.
and you're only counting 4,000. You fucks.
Yeah. It's
Acknowledge
like-
my family died.
Well, that was like the whole thing in when back 3 months ago when this whole thing started, and there was the funny memes about tracking coronavirus deaths in North Korea, and it was like 8:08 a.m. 1, 8:09 0, 8:42 1, 8:43 0. It's like they're just fucking killing them. Then North Korea's like, we don't have coronavirus at all. No, look at our great country. We're so healthy that we have 0 cases of coronavirus.
New Zealand's got 0.
New Zealand
Dude,
kicked it.
You fucking Kiwis.
Yeah, hey, it's because they listen to us.
You fucking Kiwis.
Hey, you know what? You fucking Kiwis, you're welcome.
Hey, you guys did it.
Yeah.
So not only they haven't had a new case in 17 days, they have 0 active cases right now.
That
Yeah,
means,
I saw
that means
that.
everyone's clear. It seems.
And
Unless
they're
someone's
also, I'm
hiding.
pretty sure they closed their borders.
Yeah, they did.
Because
Oh yeah.
Because they
Straight the
announced
fuck
they
up.
announced that they had 0 cases, and they immediately were like, "Nah, motherfuckers, you ain't coming here.
You stay the fuck
Yeah.
away.
You're not gonna be quote unquote safe.
Yeah.
You sons of bitches.
Fuck off.
What they really should have done
No,
is done the opposite. Like when they found out that they had 0 active cases, they should have like put out a press release that was like, "Oh, everything
We
is
gotta
terrible. Everything is terrible.
Everything
Oh my
is
God.
not fine.
Stay away. Don't come here."
Then like quietly, I'm like, also, all New Zealanders, it's opposite day. Bites, lip, winks.
You just put out in like only New Zealand newspapers.
Yeah. Hey, it's a big fucking lie. That's the title. Hey, it's a big fucking lie.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We're all set.
It's like collector's item in the future. Hey, did you get it? It's a big fucking lie. Now I got a we're good.
Oh, that was the New Zealand Times. I get the New Zealand Herald.
Yeah. I got the New Zealand Daily.
Kiwi Post is where it's at.
Yeah. Good for them. They don't have a lot of people who live there anyway.
No,
I
it's
think
not
there's
there.
10 million people in the entire country.
It's really not a lot of people.
There's-
Dude, I think it's less than that.
More people
I think
I
live.
said 10 on that podcast.
More people live in Greater LA than do the entire country of New Zealand.
Dude, I thought it was even less.
4.8 million.
I was gonna say I thought Massachusetts had more.
More people live in Massachusetts
Yeah.
than the entire country.
Yeah.
How many people live in Rhode Island?
12
14,
people.
Like,
maybe.
do you think there's more than people live in New Zealand? Because like that
They
would
don't
be,
have 5 million people. No way.
that
I'd
would
say
be
they have 2.3 in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island population.
It's probably even less.
Let's find out. Oh yeah. Fuck Rhode Island.
Jesus.
1.05. We'll call it 1.06 million.
Can we make them a
Bitches.
colony again? They're too small.
Yeah. They barely have 1 million people that live in Rhode Island.
You know what's funny though? New Zealand isn't. I mean, it's not that big, but it's not that small either.
Yeah.
Like it's bigger than Great Britain.
And it's
Yeah.
fucking 4,000 fucking miles away. I had a stroke. 4,000 fucking miles away from Australia. It looks like it's right next to it.
Now, how is that as the crow flies?
Yeah.
Actually, so I just in googling the Rhode Island population, they have 1.06 million people. It's a tiny ass fucking state. It's the smallest state in the country.
Yes.
Delaware doesn't even have 1 million people who live there. They're 973,000.
Yeah, because it's
Wyoming.
Delaware.
And then Wyoming
There
has 578,000 people.
How many cows?
1.2 million. They have, I looked it up.
There's a 2-to-1 ratio, cows to people. There are more people that live in downtown Boston than live in the entire state of Wyoming.
Yeah, that was a big point when I was teaching the electoral college when I did civics in Florida. I was like, hey, this state, technically the cows should be able to vote.
Because downtown Boston has what, like 800,000 people, I think.
It's near a million.
Yeah, and then when you go to Greater Boston, I think it's like 1.4.
Well, when you
When you do all the
Like
that-
Boston proper.
so Boston proper is 800,
Yeah,
but if you included like Alston, Brighton,
yeah.
that. But,
Cambridge.
yeah, but Cambridge I think is its own.
Yeah, Cambridge is like metro.
I think they include it as part of Greater Boston.
Well, so Greater
It's on
Boston's
that.
not. See, this is where it gets tough though because
Because of the river. It's on the other side.
some of these places are considered Boston. Like obviously Dorchester is Boston.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought Cambridge was Cambridge.
City of Cambridge. It's not Boston, like
Yeah.
public schools. I know that one thing.
Yeah, no, that's true. But
Neither is
Brighton,
Brookline.
Brighton is.
Brighton is, but Brookline isn't. Brookline public schools are their own thing. They're
Yeah. Brighton is BPS.
well, Brookline actually it kind of tears out into suburbs.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think Cambridge is because obviously they're this gets so long, but like Dorchester, Charlestown,
Yeah.
downtown.
Downtown.
But then even like they even separate with like South End,
Yeah.
North End. It's like
Fucking
Jamaica
Boston.
Plain, Roxbury,
Yeah.
like Back Bay. We know that's fucking Boston.
Mattapan.
Brighton, West Roxbury, Hyde Park,
Yeah.
Mattapan, Rosendale.
Yeah.
Downtown Crossing. That's fucking downtown. Fuck you.
That's, yeah, it's literally.
Yeah.
I think the only
No
one that I
Boston.
found it surprising at one point, I thought Brookline was technically Boston,
I think like half of
but
it
I think
is-
that's wrong. I don't think that's right.
I count half of it as anything on like
I think it's
Commonwealth as
Yeah. But so either way, Wyoming. Hey, what are you guys doing out there?
nothing.
because
And they probably have way fewer problems than everywhere else.
Sorry, for sure.
cows fart though. It's a big problem.
Nah, it's fake news.
Cow farts are not a problem.
I mean,
They're just not.
you've never stood behind a cow though.
Well, no shit.
No, there is shit.
Wait, is it farting or shitting? Those are different.
They're the same. One and the same when there's a cow.
I saw a shitload of cows today.
Ew. Wait. Oh. I was
Definitely
like,
not 1.2 million cows, but
Wyoming is the smallest state by population.
Yeah. They have 3 electoral votes.
I think that's the minimum.
It is.
Minimum piece.
Because it represents one senator,
Oh, wow.
2 senators and 1 representative.
There are 40 million people that live in California,
Yeah, they
plus Mexicans. So that means there's more.
it's like 60 million. Yeah, Wyoming gets like more bang for its buck. I've always heard when it comes to electoral votes for those 3. Like every person's worth like 1.5 Californians.
If you really want your vote to matter, move to Wyoming.
Yeah. You really make a difference with those 3.
Huh. That's interesting. Also, why do so many people live in Ohio?
Just
Bro,
There are 12 million people that live
It's near a Great Lake and
But Ohio sucks.
the West. But like, I think it was,
I think we have a couple people
Dude.
on to listen to the show.
Probably.
in Ohio.
they got good land there. That's where we farmed for a while. We moved out west yonder.
Dude, imagine if all these states just kind of like colluded against like the East Coast, Northeast,
Yeah.
and we're like, yeah, no, just tell them like Ohio sucks. Like, yeah, we don't want Boston, New York, Philly. Like, we don't want you idiots coming here. Like, you guys can fucking stay out.
Well, it's like
Seattle, I heard that too.
Idaho.
Cattle.
Oh,
I hear from certain people that Idaho is like the most beautiful state like in the country. But anyone that lives there tells you that it sucks.
yeah.
They're like, yeah, no, you probably don't want to go there. It's terrible.
I get used to the mountains and fuck that place.
Well, no, I think Seattle, like, they really, really overplay how shitty it is there.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
rain all the
that was
time.
always a big thing. Like you get depressed from the rain, and it's not really that
Yeah, it's
bad.
like, oh no, yeah, no, it rains a ton here, and we all want to kill ourselves. So,
Yeah, ground
so
shit said
yeah,
that,
so
yeah.
you stay away.
Yeah, and Kurt Cobain, yeah.
Yeah, remember him? we
Maybe
they might need a new famous Seattlean to kill themselves. So
They were probably trying to keep out weird people, and then those weird people just went to Portland, Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
That may have worked.
Yeah,
Love those
probably.
cities, but
Portland is fucking weird as hell.
Portland is very strange.
That's my brother.
No.
No. I'll go to Bandon Dunes. I think that's in Oregon.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Or we could go to Salem, Oregon.
Ooh,
It's the capital.
we burn like wizards.
We have one of those. Why would we go there?
I don't know. That's the capital.
Probably less shitty than ours. That's pretty fucking shitty.
Yeah, Salem, Mass, pretty shitty.
Except for the
Montpelier
witch
is
stuff.
the capital of Vermont. Would you go there?
I've been there.
Would you go to
Does
fucking
it suck?
Maine?
Yes.
You go to Augusta, Maine instead of like Portland, Maine?
Augusta, Maine. That's where
Only
Augusta
for-
National
only-
is.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
only
that's
for the
where
golf.
Augusta National.
It's only good for the
We have to
golf.
go play golf.
Great.
That's going to be a really easy drive in November when
Yeah.
when the Masters is playing.
Yeah.
I put in my bid for tickets that I won't get
Yeah.
per usual.
Yeah.
It's dangerous there.
Did you
It's
do
just Ice dragons.
No.
Get in the fucking Masters lottery.
You get like a free
Do you have to
ticket or-
re-up every year?
Oh yeah.
Get free?
Because I think I did it last year.
Yeah, so you got to do it because I still use my parents' address because you can only use one address, so you can use it for here and then we're good.
All right, here we go.
Is this free?
That's a
Well,
lottery.
the lottery's free
But if you get the tickets, you have to pay for
Ah,
them.
Yes.
fuck.
and you can't sell them
Why not?
because they will find out. Don't ask how because they always do.
Yeah.
They will find out and they will void the tickets. That's what they do. They find out it's like, hey, we saw that this chick changed ownership and the tickets are now void.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So, some they do allow the sale of some tickets though.
Some badges
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Those are not what you peasants can normally get.
Yeah.
When we enter the lottery, that's like lottery badges. The other ones have been like passed down through families and
Right.
media and
Right.
God knows what. I think they allow you to sell those at face. But yeah, if you enter the lottery, get tickets and sell them,
Yeah.
they typically find out. Do they find out if you sell a Masters logo shirt?
Oh yeah.
I don't know exactly how they do all this, but they don't want you selling their merchandise. They don't want you selling their tickets. They don't want you doing anything.
Yeah.
What if you sell it after?
No, that's what I mean.
Like, what do they do?
They'll pull it down. They probably run an algorithm that searches the internet
Yeah.
for anything Masters.
I'll just
Yeah,
say-
they send a cease and desist,
I'll use
Yeah.
Google.
and I don't know if they sue. I don't know what they do,
Yeah.
but they do take you out of the running,
Yeah.
and they ban you for life from the course.
Because the only reason I know you can't buy them is because Ross Patterson went a couple years ago. He went with his dad. He
So you
bought
can-
the ticket.
you can
But
get
he
them.
bought them through a vendor. Like he used some sort of like ticket guy to like get them, and then he bought them that way.
Well, so you can buy them, but depending on how many days, like, so how many days you want to go for?
Yeah.
No, we'll do this. I'll tell you how much it is. How many days you want to go for?
Probably 2.
Okay, so you're gonna go to 2 regular rounds or practice rounds?
I want to go Saturday, Sunday.
So you want to go Saturday and Sunday? Actually, Saturday's the most expensive day. Not sure why. So Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Do you have lodging arrangements?
Negative.
Okay. You flying there?
Sleep in his car.
I'm probably gonna walk.
Well, you can drive.
Yeah, I mean it is only in Maine.
So,
It's not that far.
well, so some people
It's driving.
some people get an RV, and I guess you can sleep overnight in Walmart parking lots with an RV.
Awesome.
I guess that's legal or something.
Georgia,
You can do whatever you want.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's just say you need a flight, you need lodging, 2 days, cost you about $10,000.
Can you sell
Nah,
that shirt
that's
for
easy.
10,000?
Huh?
Can you sell that shirt for 10,000?
No.
What if I sell it on like Pornhub? Like they won't find it on Pornhub if I do it there. I was thinking
Right.
that would be
Yep.
Do you know they're starting to do that? Like
do
they're
stuff
starting to
on
put
Pornhub.
stuff on Pornhub that's not porn.
Yeah, like movies and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like you can get like bootleg movies and shit on
You can
Pornhub.
watch like kids movies on Pornhub.
That's
like
a little
Disney,
weird.
like Disney movies like that.
Yeah.
It seems like
I don't
bad
watch them.
Yeah.
I just see them. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is on there. That's weird.
taste. Yeah. It seems like yeah, it's like masturbating on 9/11. It's just bad taste.
Because they're the most visited website in the entire internet world.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, so sell your golf stuff on
Yeah.
Pornhub. That's the lesson of the day. You don't
Okay.
want to get caught.
But yeah,
Or
but,
two,
so anyway,
if it's the most visited, it's
Anyway.
the most visible.
so moral of the story here is obviously it'd be super expensive to fly there, super expensive to stay. The badges are like $150, maybe like less, like $125. You can buy them, but they're gonna cost you about $2,000. Like no problem. Like it's not that hard to actually get secondhand tickets.
Right.
It's the money that's the problem.
Right.
The money's the issue.
Right.
Because
But once you go in, like Ross was saying, he goes, everything is the cheapest you've ever seen. He goes like a beer is like $1.50.
the food and drinks, yes, they do. I still think they charge you out the ass for like shirts. Like I think a master
yeah.
shirt's still expensive.
Yeah, but like apparel, whatever. But like the food and
Yeah,
drinks.
for $20 you can get like 2 beers, 2 or 3 sandwiches, like a hot dog, and some snacks,
Yeah.
and like half change.
Pretty cool. You fill it up with food. Get your money's worth. Get a ticket free.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's super cheap, but no cell phones even.
Well,
oh yeah, that's right.
Can you
No
bring
cell
guns?
phones.
Guns?
Nope.
No?
I
Do
don't
they
know.
use the Yonder bags? They might.
I don't know.
I think they might use Yonder bags.
What's that? Like a plastic bag, like a clear bag?
No, it's like a bag you have to put your phone in. It's not clear. It's like a cloth, but it has this like electromagnetic clasp on the top that only opens at specified stations. You have to like touch the top of the bag to the station and it will unlock and you can take your phone out, but then you have to put it back in.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I gotta imagine that you can't just have no access in case of emergency, but
Yeah,
But I would really
You
like
can't.
to interrupt Tiger and be like, hey, so
yeah, you
because
can't use it.
that's what like Dave Chappelle was doing that when he was touring. Rogan did it a couple times. He didn't say he didn't like it because people just kept getting up in the middle of the show and leaving to go look at their phones.
Yeah.
that's
But a lot of big stand-up comedians and like live performances have done it before.
Okay.
I also you don't like have your stuff stolen, put online.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
annoying.
So you still get to and you still get to like hold your phone. You're not like giving it away to somebody
Yeah.
that you don't know.
Give me your phone. What?
You can't come in with that. Okay.
How do I get it back? Fuck you.
You don't.
Fuck you, that's how.
What else we got going on? Let's see. There's Ice Cube is trending on Twitter right now. So is Cracker Barrel. Why is Cracker Barrel?
Cracker, not cracker.
Oh, dude, tickets are on sale right now. It's only $1,700 a day.
Oh, that's not bad.
Practice rounds are cheap too.
People seem to not like Cracker Barrel
Very
because they're racist.
I mean, they're very southerny, but I wouldn't say racist. But they are very log cabin-y looking. They
Someone-
look like they're from.
Someone tweeted and goes, "Y'all ever walk in a place that just feels racist?" And then someone else replied to that and goes, "Open the door to a Cracker Barrel and you get a whiff of Jim Crow and biscuits."
It honestly does feel like that.
I've never been to one.
Get over it.
They're not bad. It's like a
You feel like you're in the 1850s.
Yeah, it's like an old school style IHOP, essentially. That's
It's like you're in a log cabin. Too.
Yeah.
Everything's very dark wood and
Yeah, if you put an IHOP in a log cabin, you get a cracked barrel.
Oh, whoa, whoa. I think the food's pretty nice though.
Oh no, the food is good, but
How much?
I mean it's very similar to IHOP.
I can rant and rave again because I got another one.
All right, what do you got?
CrossFit.
Oh yeah.
So here's my big. So we talked about this, how he fucking fucked up in CrossFit, whatever. So he has resigned as CEO and retired. He was very clear in that.
Yeah, he made because he's a fucking
he
dick
stepped down and resigned.
that he's retired.
Or retired.
So CrossFit did something, right?
So when he first made his comments, all of these CrossFit athletes, all the CrossFit has saved my life people, they put up their posts, every single one of them,
Yep.
put some kind of like notes, like a note thing from the iPhone,
Yeah.
followed by what he said and his email. So there was 3 pictures. It was something along the lines of, from all of these people, I don't stand with what he said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's next for me. I don't know what my future holds.
Right.
But I can't stand by whatever. More or less.
Mm-hmm.
Just about every athlete posted that. Also with what he said and that email that he posted. He also fucking really doubled down before that with that conference call.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we're not mourning this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So he has resigned. So all the CrossFit people, before he retired, they were all denouncing it, what he said. They can't support it. They don't know what their future holds. So one would think, okay, well, if that's how you feel, then you are not going to participate in CrossFit, right?
Right.
If that's how you feel.
Right.
I am very interested to see where we go from here, because he has retired. So I was like, oh, he retired. So we're good now, right? I can go back. Like, I can support CrossFit. There's gonna be a new leader. It's fucking.
Well,
it's fucking let me get to
Dave
it.
Castro.
It's Castro who, just like the North Korean leaders, they say he's even worse than fucking
Yeah.
Glassman. So
Yeah.
we'll take that for what it is. But so he retires. Do these athletes come back? What do you think? Do you think they will?
Yeah,
Or,
absolutely.
okay, right, because it's what they do.
Because the average person isn't going to look into it.
And guess what, all you fucking fake, fraudulent motherfuckers? He still owns the fucking company. He's 100% owner of fucking CrossFit. So that fucking guy that you just denounced and you can't support and you can't be with and you can't support what he said, you can't go back to fucking CrossFit. You can't go back. No fucking CrossFit games, no fucking CrossFit affiliates. You are fucking out on CrossFit. If you fucking mean what you said.
Well, he stepped down as CEO.
Yeah, and he owns the fucking company.
Yeah, but he's not
100%
CEO.
outside of potential some VC money. That is it.
Yeah, but he's not a CEO anymore.
But he owns the company.
Yeah, but he stepped down.
Those CrossFit affiliates, you're still giving him your money.
No.
CrossFit games, you're still putting money in his fucking pocket.
No, everything's fine. He stepped down as CEO.
So
I want
we're
the
gonna
CrossFit again.
we're gonna fucking see. We are gonna fucking see where everybody fucking stands.
Yeah.
Because if there's still a CrossFit games and there's still, CrossFit boxes and these places still keep their name, every single one of you is a fucking liar and a fucking fraud.
Yeah.
You think they'll get Reebok back and all that?
No.
No.
No, I don't.
But you know what though?
Reebok's
Someone else is gonna step in.
Yeah.
someone else.
Oh,
It's
I
gonna be
mean-
like Nike or someone's gonna jump in. Whether it's Adidas, Nike. So
Rogue 2.
yeah,
Wait.
Rogue. I don't know. Someone else will, because that's what I mean. The average person isn't gonna look into that, and they're not gonna.
Yeah, but these companies know that. They know he still owns it.
Yeah, but the companies also know that the average person's not gonna look into
Oh,
it.
I gotcha. Yep, I follow now.
So no one gives a shit, because
Yeah.
on the surface it looks like they won.
I did see some people say that. Some people
Yeah.
said that. They go, oh, okay, well, CrossFit did the right thing.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
He still owns the fucking company.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. People are idiots.
Ah,
They're very easy to manipulate.
it makes me so fucking mad because when all that shit came out, I didn't believe a fucking word of it.
Yeah.
I thought because I knew that this guy owns it, and I'm like, listen, I don't like CrossFit. I don't like this fucking douchebag.
You know what?
I knew he owned the company. I knew he was the CEO of the company. I knew when everyone starts saying well, I can't do this. I'm like, well, then you better be ready to fucking leave.
So, all these people did this to themselves, essentially. I saw a really interesting take on this. Someone posted, someone who I know in the fitness industry that isn't directly tied to CrossFit. He doesn't own a CrossFit gym, but like he's just in the fitness world. And he made a really interesting post and said something along the lines of like, I don't know why all the people that are involved in CrossFit initially are starting to withdraw from CrossFit. He goes, they had all the power in the world to then protest, and he puts like everyone else is doing right now, about removing him entirely from the company. But instead, they all backed down. They all took essentially the easy way out, and they all said, all the gym owners were like, nope, we're removing CrossFit from our name, we're not re-upping our affiliation. All the athletes were like, well, I'm not gonna compete, well, I'm not gonna do this. They pulled away from CrossFit. They didn't demand that he be removed.
That he sell.
Well, it's probably a knee-jerk reaction. You don't want to look racist.
If they had stood up and said, no, CrossFit changed my life, CrossFit did this for me, the CrossFit community is bigger and better than this one guy. If you go to any event, you know that you see the type of people that are there. We're close-knit. CrossFit is great. It does great things for people. It introduces them to new things. We want him gone. That would have been the way to do it.
But
because now he controls everything. So everyone left. Everyone leaves CrossFit, and he goes, I'll just step down as CEO, but I still own the company. And everyone's like, oh, he's not the CEO anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, they won. All those people that were threatening to leave, they won.
Nope.
Now we can go back to CrossFit. And he's laughing all the way to the fucking
So
bank.
I think the affiliates that immediately pulled,
Yeah.
I think two things. One, I think that they know he owns CrossFit.
Right.
Two, I think they probably wanted to pull their affiliation anyway.
Right.
If they were that quick to do it.
Yeah.
Because
Also, if anything, it's good business practice right now with gyms being closed because it costs $3,000. Well,
$3,000 a year.
this was in 2015. It cost $3,000 a year. For
Yeah, I don't know what
CrossFit
it is.
license.
What do
I
you
don't know
get
what
out
is
of it?
now.
You get to use the name.
Branding, yeah,
So like,
and marketing.
why not use it for a year, then you build it up, and then just alright, you're fucking pissed off.
Some places do that. Yeah.
It's the best
could.
option you could. Why
Yeah,
would you
could.
ever give them more money?
Yeah. Some places do that.
Because like it's to get off.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Five years ago, it was $3,000 a year.
Yeah,
for
you
a
gotta
license.
imagine it's probably between 3 and 4 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my question in response to that post is I do like it, and it promotes a different outside of just like rah.
Yeah.
What steps will it take to get this guy to sell the company? It needs to stop making money.
Right.
So you actually need, which I don't know if you'll get, you need the athletes. You need all them to say, I'm not competing in the CrossFit games.
Right.
They will because they need their money. This is their job.
Right.
But they will because they're all fucking frauds.
Yeah.
We'll see who's not. But I think they all will be.
Mhm.
The affiliates need to pull. Like CrossFit itself needs to stop generating revenue
Right.
in order for Glassman to sell. In which case, someone will come in, buy it for cheap, and realize the second he goes, everybody comes back.
Right.
So that's my only thought on that take, which I do appreciate that someone actually gave it a different thought outside of just like cancel.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to cancel it,
Right.
but you need to fucking recognize that jack off is still the fucking owner.
Right.
So really, his retirement and his stepping down did nothing.
Right.
Did nothing.
He just
Because
doesn't.
Castro's still his puppet.
He just doesn't go to board meetings anymore.
Yeah, Castro's still his puppet, but he owns everything.
Does he have a say in everything as the owner without being a CEO?
Yeah.
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 I would imagine.
So his deal, he
CEOs.
probably still gets to go to board meetings because I know he's not the CEO, but he owns it.
Yeah.
He's the 100% shareholder.
He probably has a
Right.
vote or all the votes. I don't know what that is.
There might not even be a board
Yeah.
because it's him.
Right.
Like usually you have a board on a publicly traded company, but they're not public.
It's like owning a business saying I'm the owner. Oh, I'm also the CEO. I'm fucking the manager. Like,
What?
he's probably
Dude,
that.
okay,
He's probably just
so
getting
there's
rid
been
of fake
times
titles.
where I have to give myself fake titles. Like
Yeah.
when we did our insurance, I go, "Who's the president of the company?"
Yeah.
What does the president do? They're like, I I don't know, man. We just need this for paperwork.
Do you think he might still?
Yeah, it's Chris.
Do you think Glassman's still the president then? I'm not the CEO, but I'm
No,
president and owner.
he's owner, founder, operator, manager. Like,
Yeah.
it's all there.
Trainer.
Castro's not his own. Yeah, Castro, fuck that guy.
I'm gonna do the workout.
But that's the thing. I'm really interested to see. Now, right now, we have no clue because everything's on hold, especially fitness wise. I'm really interested to see what people start doing because I know a lot of people were not ready to. I saw, and I was going through, and I was looking for, because I'm genuinely curious to see what people are doing. Like people who have CF in their name, in their Instagram name, it's like, oh well, I'm not going to take that away. CrossFit's still the community.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fair. People like, oh, it's like, oh, are you gonna change your gym name? It's like, oh well, I don't think we're gonna change our gym name.
Costs money. I can see
It's
that.
like, oh, take it out of your bio. It's like, oh, well, I don't have to take it out of my bio. It's still, everything that CrossFit stands for is still what I stand for. It's like,
What if they just put an X?
No.
X-Fit. That'd be awesome.
X-Fit.
It's a parody. It's a pun, so you can't sue.
You probably can.
Nah.
And would.
What did they? I think that's what they call. I forget what they call it at my gym. But they started. So technically, the gym I go to is franchises, but the original one had CrossFit Fit Factory
Oh, yeah, they have the room. for
in Braintree, and then when they opened other locations, they just offered CrossFit classes,
Yeah.
trying to do it like under one license, and then CrossFit sued them because they had one license using it in every different location.
Oh, yeah.
Because each gym technically was Fit Factory,
Yeah.
but CrossFit said there should only be one, otherwise you have to pay for multiple licenses, whatever. But I think now their quote unquote CrossFit class, I think it's called XFit.
Maybe.
Or something.
I just figured they would, because they sue everyone anyway.
That's nonsense that you can't just use a name of a workout, a type of workout. Like someone owns the idea of the workout.
Well,
so
it's
here's the
also,
deal.
CrossFit has been around for fucking decades.
Yeah, at some
it's
point
just
you
not
kinda
been
wa-
wrong.
Yeah.
15 years, I think.
No,
I think it was 05.
no. I'm saying like
The
the
type of training.
type of training.
Yeah, but you can't call. But so this is the thing. And this is why. So guy's an
Yeah.
asshole.
I know.
The reason why he was
Check out-
brilliant is because he called
Right.
circuit training,
Right.
or because that's all it is.
Right.
He called circuit training CrossFit and decided to then branch off of that.
Right.
Because
Right.
really, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
circuit training.
Yeah, I think it was either 2002 or 2003 when the first gym opened. But like that's what I mean. Like that kind of training has been around since the fucking
Yeah, I mean
60s.
he's been peddling this bullshit since '96.
Yeah,
So he's 24 years into this thing.
yeah,
But yeah, circuit training goes back to even those old the Nautilus shit.
yeah.
That's all it is. It's just what you plug and play into the actual implement.
Right. And like all that time, like we were talking about football earlier, like when we were in high school, like the workouts we did, that's CrossFit style workouts.
Yeah. Body
We were
weight,
doing it
pads.
back in the early 2000s before people knew what CrossFit
Yeah,
was.
there's always a thing, like the military's always done that.
Yeah.
If you want to be in shape for war, we're gonna run you and you're gonna be doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and all the other
Yeah.
stuff. Your body
Flip a
weight.
couple fucking tires.
We're gonna pick up logs and do this, and it's gonna be terrible for your shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they just
And someone just put a fucking name.
Truthfully, what happened was this guy just took
and
all the disciplines of exercise, because it's some strongman stuff,
Right.
it's some Olympic lifting stuff, it's some powerlifting stuff, it's
Almost
some
like
gymnastics.
a crossover fitness.
Well, it's like,
you're onto something.
but that's the thing. All it is
Did
all
you
it
finally
is.
break the code?
Yeah.
It's nonsense that you can own that too. Like when athletes like have a phrase, I know like LeBron and all the other ones have done it, where a popular phrase comes out.
LeBron tried to trademark
And they
Taco
trademark it.
Tuesday.
I bet you it's not a trademark, and maybe it is because his lawyers are more powerful than you. But I bet if you did cross space fit all lowercase,
Yeah.
that could.
What about like cross finish?
Or just say crossover fitness.
yeah, crossover.
We're starting crossover fitness.
And like put it in bold, the cross and the fit. The cross is just like, it's like the weakest, like worst you can find. It's like the prison tattoo of letters. It's like it's a line.
We're gonna get a fucking letter from HQ.
Fuck 'em.
We don't have anything.
Yeah.
we don't make any
They're
money.
gonna take my religion from me. Banana Bombay.
Banana West.
Banana West.
Wanna wrap this bitch up?
We can wrap this up.
You got fun with that?
Yeah. So I asked you guys, what are the best action movies to come out in the last 20 years? This is off the basis of I saw someone talking about how outside of the Jason Bourne original trilogy, there hasn't been a good action movie in 20 years.
I'll show you one that was really hyped up, and I don't think it's that great. The Expendables. They just brought a bunch of those actors together.
Was that supposed to be?
That was supposed to be really good. People were like,
Oh.
hyping it, like it's like a 1980s movie over again, but with all of them back, and then the new ones.
Except now they're all 70.
But also like Jason Statham, The Rock, and not The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, all them.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like,
I
and then
thought
the
that
movie
was
was just like, it was just like any other
Even
2000
they're old.
movies.
I wouldn't be surprised if Stone Cold's like 50.
Dude, he's older than that.
I think it's like 50.
Jason Statham's probably pushing 50 at this point. He's been around for a long time.
Dude,
Statham
Stone Cold
was always
was
kind of old.
Stone Cold was active like. He probably made his WWF debut
In,
like
93.
26 years ago, 27 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
the,
probably-
the
He
90s.
was the $1 million man.
Yeah,
Before he was Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was the $1 million
he's
man.
probably 29 or 30 when he's
Yeah.
became the big Stone Cold we know.
Yeah.
Say he's like 30, I don't know, 50 to 55.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
He's 55.
Yeah.
Oh, nailed it.
Yeah. Because I knew that's how he made his debut in the WWF. Was the $1 million man. But he had long hair.
Yeah,
he had
it's
long
nonsense.
blonde
I remember
hair.
seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird. And then he changed his persona. And then when he became like Stone Cold, that was like the beginning of like the Attitude Era.
Hmm.
It was like him and The Rock. He changed from Rocky Maivia. That was like the
DX.
whole thing. Yeah. DX.
Mankind, Undertaker.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley just became Triple H.
So much easier.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So what are we looking for? Are we looking 3, 5? What are we? 10? 10's probably too.
We're not talking. Put it
Because
together.
I could name 10.
Don't name
I feel like there's not a lot of good action movies the past 20 years. They're all like kind of like.
Well, I can give you 3 right off the top.
John Wick.
John Wick 1 through 3.
There you
Pretty good.
So some people. So I think the guy's argument against John Wick. We're most likely, me and you are probably going to agree on the same thing. Spoon might throw some different stuff out there, but like, well, I'm just saying that's typically how this goes.
I'm gonna pick a world, dude.
The guy did say, he goes, in John Wick, he goes, yeah, I mean, he goes, I enjoy John Wick. I like watching the movie, but don't look past the fact that nothing happened. He went on a killing spree after someone killed his dog. That's it.
Yeah.
End like that is the movie.
Yeah, no, that's the whole movie.
Exactly. He goes, so,
It's
don't
the
get it
action.
twisted. I'll watch it, and I enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
But do not tell me it's
Yeah.
like this, like,
Well, that's what I mean when he makes the claim, whoever this guy is, about a good action movie. What qualifies a good action movie? Because to me, a good action movie is John Wick. Like, if you want like plot development and like storyline
I think
in an
he's-
action movie,
I think he's
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for a little bit of.
fuck yourself.
I think he's looking for a little bit of both here.
Yeah.
Like, don't come at me with Fast and the Furious. That's
All right,
fucking.
so
corny as
then
fuck.
I'll give you one that's good then. Walking Tall, with The Rock.
Okay, I've never actually seen it.
I like.
Phenomenal movie.
It's very.
That has plot and storyline. That if you're looking for that in an action movie plus some good action, Walking Tall, unfucking real.
It actually holds up better than when it came out because it was more campy at the time because it was Dwayne The Rock Johnson in like
Yeah.
one of his first roles, but now it's
Yeah.
kind of more
And
serious.
Stifler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's
No,
the
was
other
it
one.
Stifler?
It was Johnny Knoxville. He was in
Oh my
another
god,
one.
it was Johnny Knoxville.
Stif-
Yeah.
Stifler was in the other one with The Rock. I can't remember
Yeah.
that one though.
Let me see another good action.
So what people were throwing out in the comments was obviously John Wick,
Yeah.
any Mission Impossible,
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are done really.
Yeah, those are good.
Mad Max.
Jimmy Bond.
Nope. No one threw that out there. Because it's a little, so Bond is a little bit less action, more thriller in in a way, like a spy.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yes.
spy thriller.
Yeah. Or I would even go. I would maybe even get as bold as to say it dips its toes in the drama world.
Dramatic narrative.
Yeah, a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Some drama in there.
yeah.
A lot of dialogue. It's like
Yeah.
dialogue based.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible kind of mixes in the, alright, I'm jumping out of the plane.
Yeah, but there's also long stretches of Mission Impossible where it is just like go time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bond, it's like shorter,
Yeah, it's short
potentially
bursts.
more frequent action scenes and segments, but
Pretty sure it's a love story, actually. Too. One
Well, I
guy
would
had
say it
sex
changed
with
with Daniel Craig's James Bond is like
action.
more actiony
kind of.
than in the past.
Casino Royale,
The
very
di-
actiony.
The direction of it, the director's take
Yeah.
on it.
Quantum of Solace, nothing happened there.
Yeah, I see that one. The old ones.
No, it is not like the old ones.
It's not like being underwater.
Dude,
for
when I
45
say
minutes.
when I say nothing happened,
Yeah.
nothing happened. And if you've seen the two after it, you can go back, watch it, and go, "Wow, this movie did not
The
have
only
to exist."
I like
the only
Seinfeld,
thing
so-
Quantum of Solace did was explain who Mr. White was. That really is inconsequential because when he's in, is that Spectre? Remember when he
Yeah,
goes,
he's
he
in
goes
Spectre.
to his house in Austria. Like if you're watching Spectre and you never saw Quantum of Solace and there's that scene where he goes into the house,
Matter.
that's what I mean. It's
Yeah,
inconsequential.
he's
Like, but if you saw Quantum of Solace, then you know who Mr. White is.
Well, because so Casino,
Other than that, the
so
movie
of
does
his
nothing.
four, Casino Royale is probably the best.
Yeah.
Second is Skyfall,
Mhm.
and they're probably pretty close. Mr. White had nothing to do with Skyfall.
No.
Little to do with Casino Royale. No, it was a pretty big part actually.
Yeah.
Small role, but big part.
Yeah.
And then it was Skyfall. Mr. White could have never existed.
Yeah. No, that's what I
And
mean.
then they just
I'm
they
not
ca-
trying to make the case
they
for
brought
it. I'm just
they
saying
brought
what it
him
is.
back in that fourth one. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Casino Royale. But even then, a lot of that is surrounded by that poker game, which really slows things down.
Right. Trying to think.
I have a couple.
What do you got?
So, one that not a lot of people liked because there was a Sylvester Stallone one. Dread is a fucking amazing movie.
When did that come out?
Like 2010, 2009.
Okay.
But the Sylvester Stallone was like 96. That one he like took off the helmet and it wasn't like very good. He's supposed to always have the helmet on. It's basically like a robot, but like all the action is like amazing in that movie. It's got the bitch from Game of Thrones, the angry queen, Cersei. She's like selling peddling drugs.
Wait,
and
do
shit.
we
That was
hold on?
that's probably
Do we
the number one.
classify Batman as an action movie, or are we taking away all superheroes?
Yeah, because Dread is a comic book.
I think it did kind of. I think it tended to ignore the.
But like
comic book.
that's also like a really big. That's like a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Well,
It's like a very stupid way to like make an argument. What's it like? You're bending the rules to make
Oh,
yourself right. It's like outside of Jason Bourne and minus all of the action, the superhero movies. There's
Yeah.
been no good action. There's been no good
Well,
action.
Those have
movies.
been our type of action movies. You
Yeah,
know, that's
yeah,
the phase of
Yeah.
action.
yeah, but I'm even like, so I even just Googled to see what people think. Because The Matrix came out in 2000, or I'm sorry, that came out in 99, so
Yeah.
2000 and on
Yeah.
is what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm just like even looking, so like The Dark Knight, you could probably make an argument for that.
Yeah, because that was what 2008.
It
Yeah.
wasn't action though. That really got
See,
you.
that's what I don't know. But like,
That one's not really action.
No, The Dark Knight Rises, I would say, is more action.
but that wasn't
That
that wasn't
one
as
I don't
good.
like it as much.
Kill Bill, I've never seen either one.
I like those. They're
Yeah,
good.
those are good movies.
But that's a Quentin Tarantino one, so that's different.
I don't know what the rate.
yeah, yeah.
I was saying-
That's what I mean. Like,
Like
you could
Django
bend,
Unchained. That's
you
just
could
like,
bend the argument however you want.
Yeah. Dread, I'd say is my number one. I like Edge of Tomorrow. I like anything that's Tom
Tom
Cruise, but he
Cruise.
just relives the same day.
Yeah.
He keeps dying from an alien invasion.
Yeah,
That's a really good movie.
yeah. It's like a secret sequel to Vanilla Sky.
I have
Is that a thing?
I have been I've been scrolling this whole time too.
Yeah.
So the next one I've seen that maybe Taken.
I take
Yeah,
it.
just the first one.
Yes, just
But that's like a revenge movie instead of an action movie.
Gladiator.
Oh fuck yeah. 300.
2001?
2000.
Yeah, 300 I was
yeah.
thinking too, how that was part of it, but I don't like 300.
Again, just the
much.
first one,
Yeah.
not the second.
300 more.
Trying to think. I mean, I'm trying to even think of like who the action directors are, and like trying to think of their
The
movies.
movie 2012. It was like disaster movies for a while too. That was
Yeah.
like The Day After Tomorrow,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of that.
yeah,
And then like some of the paranormal stuff, like Signs.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a baseball man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking at first, I'm like, dude, this guy is like way off base. Then I was kind of thinking, maybe not.
You know, a movie I like but everyone hates, and I'll say just facetiously is the best. Not Taken, but the movie after Taken, The Gray.
The Gray.
I like
With
that
the
movie.
wolves.
Yeah. No one wanted that movie to be that because they wanted it to be Taken. It was just a guy who like was in the fucking
What
in
was
the wild
it?
with
This?
wolves.
So what was the movie? It was. I feel like you've seen it. Of anybody, you would have seen it. The Midnight Meat Train, or like the Midnight.
You can check my history.
I remember when that movie came out. It was Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
I don't know. I think that was more of like a horror movie, but
Yeah, I feel like Finn would have seen it.
I just remember that movie. I remember just based on title alone.
The title alone, I was like, what the fuck?
So phenomenal.
Well, there's one called Quentin Tarantino did it with the other guy, Robert Rodriguez. He made like 2 Grindhouse movies. It's like it's terrible. It's like the worst like type of like zombie movie with like all that going on.
Mhm.
That reminds me of it. Whatever Midnight Meat Train is. But like things like that, I've seen. Well,
Yeah.
love it, hate it, want to see it again.
You got a final thought?
Nope. Midnight Meat Train.
Midnight
That's
Meat Train.
that's populating my brain. I gotta look
That
it up.
will be my final thought.
My final thought is I think the NFL fucked up recently. So there was a proposal to I don't know the specifics exactly, whether it was to completely replace the onside kick or allow another option to the onside kick, and it was going to be a 4th and 15. So teams would have the option of either, like, you know, it's the end of the game, you just scored,
Yeah.
maybe you're down 6 with like a minute and a half left. You can try and kick an onside kick and recover the ball, which never happens. And now that they recently changed the rules that you can't get a running start on a kickoff, I think the success rate of onside kicks, it was already around like 11 or 12%. I think it went down to like 6% success rate.
Wait, they couldn't do that last year? They couldn't run?
No, you're not allowed to get a running start on a kickoff.
I wonder why.
So what some team had proposed was, oh, why don't we do a 4th and 15? So you get a 4th and 15 from your own
I think it was your own 25.
20 or 25. If you pick up the first down, it's yours, whatever. If you know, but then the other thing they said too was it was going to be an untimed down, which I thought was really kind of important.
Oh yeah, so no time goes off.
Right, so no time goes off the clock, and then otherwise, like, teams could milk it, or, you know, you could kind of fuck with it a little bit.
Throw it straight up in
You
the
could
air.
manipulate it.
Yeah, instead of kicking off, you throw it straight. Like you go, I got 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Fucking huck.
Right. Yeah, because then theoretically, like, say you make a
Yeah,
massive
right.
play, there's 8 seconds left on the clock,
Yeah.
and it's 4th and 15, but you complete a pass for like 45 yards.
Mhm.
Now all of a sudden you only have 2 seconds left on the clock to make another play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Then
well,
it's
what
like,
the-
oh, why
it's
do we
like,
do
all right, why
this?
do we do this? So I thought it being an untimed down was important. And the NFL was like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, it's the owners, right?
It should be
Yeah.
4th and 20.
Yeah, the owners have to vote on it.
Well, the way it came down was they wanted something that was around an 11 to 13% success rate.
Oh.
And I think what they said was 4th and 17 has a roughly 13% success rate.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, so we'll just do 4th and 15.
Mhm.
as
Then that
an
forces
option.
teams to be better at like passing the ball. Like some teams aren't built for 4th and 15s.
Right.
So I see how like, oh, it's not fair for us. We're the Tennessee Titans who railed every down in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well,
Like that, I can say
Could you also
That
imagine
seems
the amount
tempting.
of 4th and 15s that you'd see screens on?
Well, so a couple of the
Well,
other,
back
so
there.
I did hear some of the arguments why, and I formed my own some or against basically. And I did hear some of them too, where it actually puts the defense in a real shitty position because it's 4th and 15.
They just played.
But if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, why don't you just send 2 guys deep?
Right.
If the safeties don't cover them, you'll probably have a touchdown on your hands.
Right.
They probably just did 10 plays in a row defending before they scored, so that defense is
Right.
back out there instantly.
Right.
Someone else did say, they go, huh. So theoretically, under this, you don't have to put your defense on the field. Theoretically, you don't.
Right.
Because you could score the opening possession, go for 2, do the onside, convert, and just repeat. Now, if you can pull that off, all
Yeah.
the power to you. That team should be able to stop you.
Who
Right.
needs defense when you can just
But they
go
did
for
say
it?
theoretically you would not have to put a defense on the team. The other team's offense may not see the ball.
Right.
Well, I feel like
that's
Which
part of
actually,
the
I'm
game.
sorry, that is impossible because of the kicks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, they
wait,
could
no,
just-
no, because
yeah,
if
they
it's
kick
if
off
it's an
at the
onside
beginning
kick,
of
so
the
instead of the kickoff, you
Instead
can go for it.
instead of the onside kick.
Yeah,
you
so
get
theoretically, a
4th and
team
15.
could never touch the
Well,
ball.
shouldn't it just be
Yeah, on
like there's a rule
Well,
only
it's
if
just
you're,
the end
only
of
if
the
you're only if you're down and it's the
So,
end of the game.
but my retort to that is be better.
Yeah.
If
No,
you're in,
like
if
you should, if you
yeah.
can't
it's
stop
the
a
same.
team.
It's the same exact argument for the overtime rules.
Yeah.
People bitch about, oh, one team's offense never gets on the field in overtime. I don't be better. Don't let the game go to overtime.
I did. So there was some uncertainty with this rule, and some things that I
Yeah.
was gonna say. If they were gonna do it, you should be able to score a touchdown on 4th and 15. Like if you score it, like if you convert. Okay, no, because here's the deal. If you're onside kick, because it's replacing the onside kick, right?
Yeah.
If you house that onside kick, it's a touchdown. That's it. Like not because you got it. Okay, go back to the 10. No, it's a play.
Yeah.
So you should be able to house it. Some people said no, you shouldn't be able to house that.
Oh, so you're not allowed to score a touchdown.
I don't understand.
You
He means
on offense,
on the
4th
4th and 15, you can convert it all you want, but you're not, if you were to convert it
You-
so good that you scored a touchdown,
Yeah.
they're not going to give you the touchdown. They'll just give you a 15.
Why?
Yeah, that's
Well, some people said it. They go like, "Oh, well, you can't be able to score on that." And I'm like, "Yes, you fucking should." The same way the defense can score a touchdown if you fucking get picked
Yeah.
or if you fumble.
Yeah.
that's a touchdown.
Some people
That's
said
a
that. They go
touchdown.
like, "No, it's just a convert. It's just it's a play for possession. You can't score on that."
So they're like arguing that's
Yeah,
like a
absolutely,
2-point
you can
conversion
score.
where like 2 points.
So this was
they
part-
try,
this
do
is
they
part-
watch football?
No,
Because you
this-
score touchdowns on kickoffs.
This is part of the reason why
guys
it didn't
return
pass.
guys return kickoffs for touchdowns all the time.
This is part of the reason why it didn't pass because they were
People are
saying
fucking idiots.
on the 4th and 15. Here's one thing. You're down 13 points with 5 seconds left, and you score, and you have 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
You can just turn around and just fucking hum it down the field, trying to make a 75-yard play.
At a tired defense, that's
So
not-
on a defense that didn't again stop the play, I know, but some people will say it's like you didn't really give them much of a fucking chance.
It made the rest of the game like worthless.
So also though, not only so a 4th and 15 has a roughly 13% chance of success of conversion.
I did hear someone.
What are the odds on a conversion in your scenario where you just said 5 seconds?
Yeah. So
score,
what's the odds? I don't
2
know.
seconds? What are the odds of a touchdown on a play from your own 25-yard line? A touchdown.
yeah, but I feel
What?
like
1%, 2%?
I feel like a 4th and 15.
If it
is-
happens, it happens.
Then they also
Tip your cap and fucking.
I feel like a 4th and
Be
15
better next
is
week.
more likely though when a defense is most tired at the end of the game. So like that's like flawed logic that 4th and 15 has such a low rate
well,
because the end of the game is like the best time to get.
The
it.
offense also just ran down the field.
They were like that. They know the play that they're doing. They're more in line with that. Even though they're tired, the defense is the more reacting. As tired as like you see it at the end of games. Defenses get run over.
Right, there's a lot of pressure on that too. You put Sam Darnold out there on a 4th and 15 to convert, he's going to throw an interception.
Yeah, that's why like
You know
I
what
was
I
thinking
mean?
before like it's unfair, but it's not equal to all the teams. You have a rookie quarterback. Oh, we can never win if we're down 13. We have a all-star like MVP quarterback for the next 8 years, you can always win when you're down 13.
So
It's kind of
the other thing with that is they took data over like 10 or 15 years to figure out that 13%.
Yeah.
There was only like 50 occurrences, so the number's only going to go up.
Right.
From people actually using it more. If they use it more, they may not. I don't know.
Right.
Well, actually, they will because
the onside
kick is useless.
It's useless at this point.
They shoot
When you can't run on
Yeah.
kickoff.
So all of these things are the reason why it didn't pass, because there's so many questions that everyone has.
I like it a lot. I think, but then you just use it. Even look at what they did for the
XFL?
the challenging of penalties. They ran it as a trial for a year, and they were like, that sucked. We're getting rid of that. So now you can't challenge penalties anymore.
Right.
So like, run it for a year, see how it goes. If it really kind of fucks up the game, take it out.
I got a good idea. Okie drill. Your best against their best.
Pussy drill.
No,
You have to do the pussy
they
drill.
do a flip
If your
for-
single guy stands up and splits the tacklers, you get to keep the ball.
I think
I'll
mine-
just put the D tackle out there.
Yeah.
I like my idea. Flip a coin for whoever gets the ball first. Do an Okie drill. Like you send out Tyreek Hill. You're gonna give him the ball. He's gonna be fast. Just being a running back. Put him against like whatever that middle linebacker is. Bears.
Khalil Mack.
Khalil.
Yeah.
Kebab.
Kebab.
I don't care.
Khalil Mack should not be covering
Tyreek Hill, no.
I mean, if an Okie drill that's like cut off, like they just do.
Oh,
They make
yeah.
it small and then like.
Does the team still have to make the circle?
No, no, you already have that. The markings
know
on
what
the
you
field.
do?
You just use the markings that are there.
You know what you do? You have Fat Man Challenge.
The punt?
Yeah, did you guys ever do that in high school? We used to
Yeah.
do that occasionally. Then we'd have the Fat Man Challenge throughout the
I'm
season.
gonna piss myself.
We'd have the offensive linemen. One would have to punt the ball, the other one would have to field it and like return it. We would make them do like running back drills and shit and like send them out to run routes. It was hilarious. We called it the Fat Man Challenge.
We used to do that in track and field for the throwers that were
Yeah,
always
yeah.
linemen for the football team. They just do the 4x4.
Yeah.
Just do that. Oh fuck!
This sucks.
100 yards, 100 meters. This is
Uh.
not doing the 400 meter.
Alright, well, that's going to do it for us, homies. Shout out to all you guys in New Zealand. Congrats on the 0 coronavirus cases. Hopefully you keep it up. Maybe you should tell more people to listen to the show. That way you guys can stay with 0 cases, because we're definitely the reason why you have 0 cases.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with anything else other than our show. You can find us on YouTube. Subscribe there too while you're there, and wherever you stream podcasts, you can find us. You should also subscribe there as well while you're telling everybody about the show. We're on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. We're on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks. Our Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody. Piss off.